CPAT will probably join me. Let me just check that my soundboard's working. Give me a moment. We'll just make sure I turn that down a bit. Okay. Good, that's working. Perfect. Yeah, great.
Oh, baby!
Perfect. Yep. Yep. Good. Yeah.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Yep, good. Okie dokie, everything's fine. Now I just have to call CPAT. Here he is. I'm gonna add him on scope. Send the addo requesto. As soon as CPATO comes back. MysticDeadman, please. Alright. We prepare for battle with some battle theme. Just chilling. Ah, right.
Yo, what's up?
Okay,
Just let me know when you're live.
we're already live.
Oh,
I like to make sure.
I guess that
I'm
works. Alright.
live. We've been live for a little bit. I was testing my soundboard.
You have a soundboard?
Oh, just an online one. You know, MOG. Got to get those air horns.
Do you have the John Cena air-ons?
I don't think I do actually. Hold on.
Let me link them to you.
Okay, thank you.
It's just on YouTube.
Oh, hands are hidden. Sadness.
That's fine. I prefer hidden hands.
I
So that
like
way
it.
there's actually something to talk. That way there's something to talk about.
Well,
When it's always something to fall back on. When you like run out of stuff to talk about, because there's only so much you can talk about with hands on.
well that's true.
I prefer like predicting or trying to predict what's in the opponent's hand, because that way not only do my Yomi skills get better, but also the viewers can kind of understand, you know, my thought process and maybe have a similar or different thought process, and that's always an interesting conversation to have.
That's true. It's just that when I'm streaming, I'm not playing Yomi. I don't want to have to Yomi. I just want to stream.
Alright, check DRB plat.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yep, I got it.
Yeah. So for those of you that haven't tuned into Bomber Stream before, I'm not sure if he introduced me or not before I came on.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
Sorry. They saw who it was. I said probably CPAT.
Well, that's me. We see MysticDeadman with the Onimaru, rodohk with Zane.
This is 6-4.
One of the few bad matchups for Zane. I personally think it's as bad as Chalk. Some people, a lot of people disagree with me, but
I mean, I
it's
think
hard,
about
man.
the same as a Zane player and a Troc player.
Yeah, I think Zane Troc and Zane Onimaru are both like 4-6 in
Yeah.
Troc or Oni's favor. Shenan's doesn't get anything good though, so if you have a jack, I guess you play it. If you don't, then
King and ace, ouch. I mean, if you have an ace in your hand,
Yeah.
you play that.
and if you have an ace in your hand, you play the ace. But if you, judging by his reaction, he doesn't. So
Yeah.
personally, I wouldn't do that. I just let it sit.
What do you go? Queen into 6? Yeah, nah. You're kind of just ruining your hand there.
It's hard to get cards in this matchup. I think. Obviously you can block, and that's like a thing that you obviously have to do against Oni, despite the fact that 8 and 10 are so scary.
It's very difficult. Ooh, good throw.
Yeah, rodohk going for the anti 8-10 tech, which is the 10 dodge, and gets thrown for troubles.
Poor guy. He never asked for this.
Yeah, and also having point. Although, good thing for rodohk right now is that 2 7s are already gone, which means that his 7th throw is now starting to become a dominant throw as well.
Yeah, that does help.
Whereas
him in this
normally-
matchup. Having dominant throws
Yeah,
makes Onimaru
exactly.
a little bit hesitant to throw, which makes your dodges just a tad better. And when he does have 16 of them, that's a big deal.
Exactly, yeah. Not only that, but if Onimaru does throw you, generally it is with the 7, so you only have the 5s to beat him.
Yeah.
But now this opens up the 7s for sure. I'm not sure we can get out of this Nans here. I think you just take that throw and then maybe a jack if you have it, otherwise don't tack on anything. Yeah, it's fine. Meanies are kind of a thing that they do exist, but it's way less common. Especially with Onimaru on a large hand, you'd see like a Final Authority or a 5 or an ace all beat all of those options, or even like just like a naked queen without any Final Authority behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see Gen Arm.
Yeah. Going for the throw there is rather interesting. Like, versus Onimaru,
Yeah.
one of the characters that you are least likely to throw.
Yeah, because all of Onimaru's, all of his meaty
Yeah.
punishes are through attack.
Yeah. Which means, of course, I guess, if you're playing, like, Yomi level 4 or something, where it's like, oh, well, I'm
Yeah.
going to dodge, so he's going to throw me, so I'm going to counter-throw him. It's like, but wouldn't you rather just play an attack and take the off chance?
I also don't like throw there because it doesn't get you a card, which was what you need.
Yeah.
Because you're
Good
down to 4 already. You're using your 5s as dodges.
Yeah.
So you're definitely in need of cards. Although you get the knockdown here.
He does
But
get that nice crash bomb off the Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Very useful.
Yes.
Because Crash Bomb actually doesn't... It's not that useful in this matchup because of Final Authority, which does just beat it clean, which it's a bit depressing.
It's a good dodge punish for sure.
Yeah.
other
That's
than
definitely what I
there's-
use it for most of the time in this matchup. Oh, nice!
This
It's his cross-up. Good one.
This is what you need, and you get the card off it too, even if it
Yeah.
doesn't whiff. That's why I much prefer the normal to the throw there.
Yeah. Grabs the jack
Gets
off
the
the
jack off
Shenanigans.
it, too.
That's beautiful. He's really going to go in for some damage here.
You just go like 9 throw jack, and that's still 24, or
absolutely.
even 9 jack seems alright if you don't have extra
yeah.
throws to spare.
Starting with that 9, it's just everything is going to do so much damage. Oh,
Wow,
hits
goes for the
Queen
full
7. Oh,
punish.
Oh, meaty.
Full punish.
Ouch.
32 knockdown too.
That is damage.
Still only 4 cards in hand, but
We need a few airborne.
it could be enough.
There we go.
Yeah. I think MysticDeadman kind of has to attack here. Yeah.
Couple of hit markers for that one.
It's just that the meaty is just so low risk when you have such a life advantage that you kind of have to go for the attack here. And luckily he even gets a trade on it too.
Yes.
7 for 10, then Zane will take that late game.
I'm surprised that Deadman didn't pump the 5 though, because you can pump it.
Yeah, and he is. It seems as if he has ample cards.
Ooh.
Good cash here.
Making dollars.
And Deadman down to 9 health.
So at this point, I would probably dodge, I think, as rodohk, because it's very likely that Deadman's going to wake up with some kind of offensive option.
Yeah. Courier Destroy there.
Good, pretty good. Took
It's
out a 9
alright.
face cards.
Yeah, the general rule is obviously you Courier Destroyer if the opponent has a known ace in hand, but Onimaru aces are
Yeah,
kind of like not
that
great.
Well, in this
But
matchup,
I
actually, the
think
Marital War's not terrible at all.
yeah, they're not bad. It's just they're not as good as like
Yeah, definitely.
any other player's ace. But I think the reason rodohk created destroy there was because he didn't. It could be because he didn't pump that 5, which could tell rodohk that he has a lot of cards that he needs
High
to
value,
save.
Yes.
Yes,
Which he actually
and I
didn't,
think
so I
that's
don't know.
yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Goes for the throw.
I did initially think a throw so that he can try and dodge the mix-up normal, but you just take it out with a throw. But then I realized Deadman's gonna swing.
If I was rodohk, I would have just blocked. You need cards.
Again, not pumping the 5.
Maybe he's thinking he can get more than 5 damage out of his cards in his hand, but
Like
5
most
damage
of
is
the
pretty
time,
good if you have like a 6
yeah, or a 3. Like I pump with
or
3s all the
4.
time.
Yeah, I pump with 3s, 4s,
Yeah,
2s, 6s.
You just put him in there. You get that damage. Especially
Yeah,
when
for
you're
sure.
this far behind. Like you're 10 cards. All right, sure. Then if you're not going to convert them into damage, you're just going to lose.
This is just kind of. It seems as if it's a get off me queen. I'm not sure how much I really like that.
Well, I mean, probably rodohk couldn't kill off a dodge there. Probably.
Yeah, I
he
guess
did
so.
actually throw the 9,
He
so-
he could, but yeah.
It's like
but
he can't
yeah,
do that for sure.
yeah for sure. He spent another 9.
No, stop this.
I don't think rodohk has a blotch in hand.
Probably not.
I think that's why he's going for these 9s. Which is obvious, which can happen, especially as 3 card Zane. And Oni has Zane right where he wants him, even though he's at a life deficit. Like, sure, especially if he has the Joker.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. He could
Onimaru's
swing for
not
4,
in a bad
basically.
situation at all. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. See.
Hits him with that
I-
king. We're
I-
getting the clockwork soldiers here. Depending on how many kings he's drawn as well, could be severely damaging. In fact.
Yeah, 3 kills, 2 puts him down to 5.
Yeah. Oh, but he had.
Oh,
the
wow.
Joker. Oh no, we need an air horn for that one.
And rodohk down to 2 cards now with 14 health. And this basically happened because when we told rodohk to block like 10 turns ago, he didn't.
Oh no.
This is the result of that.
So many tears coming out of my face.
I mean, Onimaru up to 12 cards. Poor rodohk still sitting on 2.
Oh dear. He
And-
cannot get anything off here. Although 5 life, he can kill him off any option, and he does get a dodge there, so he
Yeah,
could
he
kill him.
does get a dodge.
He could
Yeah.
kill him. But if that's a Joker, and it might well just be a Joker, it's like... Eh.
Well, yeah.
But Chinans, I suppose, he doesn't have to actually spend his hand size.
It's actually pretty likely.
Oh, okay.
No Joker there. I'm trying to calculate the odds there because we saw like the bottom 10 cards of his deck
Oh,
or
no, but he
something.
shuffled it, remember?
Did he?
Yeah, he shuffled
Oh
it
yeah, you're right.
immediately.
He did. All right, so that didn't really matter.
Yeah.
So rodohk, despite going down to a very unsafe hand, does get the win here.
And Onimaru...
Interesting that Onimaru decides to re-random. I think Onimaru is a very strong character.
And I think Zane is
in-
a stronger character that you want to get rid of,
Yeah,
rather than risk putting yourself in something like
exactly.
Zane Gloria or Zane Tetsuki or Zane BBB.
Yeah,
Whoops.
see, this matchup's not terrible for Zane. The general standard of thought until about
Yeah,
2
it's
months
about
ago
5-5-ish.
was that the standard school of thought about 2 months ago was that it was 6-4 Zane. That's not the case. I personally think it's slight advantage Zane. I think it's 5.5 Zane. Meaties are good. 2 jab is like alright.
Vortex is very good, but if you get to range, it's really difficult to get out of range.
Yes. Yeah, range is just
Like,
terrible.
you must guess right, or you will not get out of range.
And it's actually pretty easy for BB to get to range once he has a 2, because the only things that beat 2 for Zane are his own 2 and a jack and a king, but you're not going to use kings in neutral because you need kings to get out of range.
Yeah. So,
Nice little confirm there. 16, but
doing the view damage.
not much off it. Yeah, good damage. Interesting that rodohk used a 3 there, so maybe this will be a good time for a 2 to come out for MysticDeadman, not a 3. I personally wouldn't have attacked with a 3. If I had a 2, I would have played that nearly 100%, especially with a Zane 3 coming out in turn 1, but this is looking like another decent punish. Maybe you can get AA off for 22. I don't like spending the queen there. I said this in another cast. I don't think it was yours. I don't like spending the queen there because the queen's main job is to get more damage out of having 2 normals in your hand. They don't link together.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I would have much preferred just going for 3 into AA because then, especially because meaties I think are a very real threat against BBB. I think saving that queen for like a meaty into could get a counter throw here from rodohk.
Very nice.
Saving a meaty and
both dominant.
Yes. No, look at those neds though. Can't actually use them, but
oof.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Crying. Why can't you use both of them? Hello, please. EX Zane.
God, are we calling for Zane buffs? Yeah, I think it's rodohk. You just kind of take that. You kind of take that 6 and just let it sit.
I mean, he's still rolling with full health, so probably not a huge issue for him.
This would be a good time for BB to poke out.
Yeah.
So let's see if Zane calls it with a dodge.
Oh,
wow, he called.
Beautiful play.
I guess MysticDeadman just doesn't have any 2s, so he's just playing 3s, and 3s are significantly worse than 2s.
Yep. Get beaten by that 3. No good. But I suppose if you have your 3 undercut by a 2, you're a lot less sad than having your 2 undercut by a 2.
Yeah, I agree with this decision of skipping here.
Yeah.
BB down to 5 cards with 6 with the draw, and if you don't have a setup off it, you might as well just let it sit. And you know, you won combat,
I mean,
you're not at
you have
range.
lethal, but it's pretty unlikely that he did offer 3 attack.
Good grab.
Nice one. Even grips the 5.
Yeah.
Block. The 5, of course, is
and
a card. And flips 2 box.
Flips 2 kings for struggles. So once again, you just maybe let the sit. Maybe if you have a 9, you follow it up with a 9, just to get that damage.
Queen 9. Oh, yeah,
Queen 9, yeah, that's good. Put him down to 4.
That's pretty good. So then you can basically just crash bomb or something. Except he's just flipped 2 of them.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
And actually, if he had saved the queen last turn, he would have killed this turn because he could have gone queen into the 9.
He did queen into the 9.
No, last turn.
Oh, off the 3.
Good dodge out here.
Oh, yeah, right.
You're not. This is not a really high value dodge, but you need to. Yeah, see, dodge it a 4. Gets jokered too.
Yeah.
Zane now looking very healthy. 6 cards, full life against 5 cards. With 4 life as BB, Jack here becomes a really good combat card for Zane even.
When your life is less than your hand, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, there's the 2.
Nice. Gets him.
There's the 2 that he probably drew from that Joker.
I reckon.
To be quite honest.
And flips easy.
And that's gonna be game 2 to Zane.
I reckon.
And now MysticDeadman in a horrible spot.
Tough bind.
Yeah. To be fair, he has no one to blame for himself for randoming. I
don't know.
I thought that Onimaru, he gets flack in the meta for losing to 2 very top tier characters, or not 2 very top tier characters, but 2 having losing to 2 characters that are both very relevant and prevalent in the meta. You see a lot of you see a lot of Degray, you see not as much Orgor, but you definitely see it. And now it rolls again into what is another god-awful matchup, in my opinion.
Oh dear, yes. Oh dear.
This is probably Zane's 2nd easiest matchup.
Also, they didn't actually use the new game function, but anyway.
Yeah, it's fine.
But let's be honest, he didn't pick Persephone into this matchup.
Exactly, yeah. And this is all happening because he let rodohk stay the best character.
I think he's probably just going to 4-0 sweep tier, pretty honestly. Because he
had
the 6-4 matchup, he threw the first game, and then didn't take away his good character, and it's just like, nah, you ended up with
exactly,
bad
and all you ended up with are bad characters, which is that much worse because Onimaru is really good in this.
Like
what I was alluding to.
obviously he
is the
wasn't
fact
paying
that
attention.
because Onimaru has only 2 like really terrible
Yeah, you've
matchups,
got
like
18 matchups,
18
or
of his
you've got
matchups are very winnable.
good. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Obviously they weren't paying attention in the first couple of matches in this set, where it became obvious very quickly that the odds, if you have a decent-ish character and they have a decent-ish character, you should re-random them, because the odds of them getting a worse character is normally higher than them getting a better character. And if the odds are the same as you, don't risk it. Just try and give them a worse character.
Exactly. We saw this in the, I don't know, I think you recorded it, maybe the Mystic Juicer Wampa set. We saw that there. I didn't see it, but I think it happened there as well.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, where Mystic Juicer got Grave and
Wampa
just
like
4-0'd.
randoming himself and just randomly just like 3, you know, not as super great. Like he the first one was Grave Satsuki, but you can't do anything about that. That's the first game, and he got beaten. That's like, okay, that's fine. Then he randoms himself and went into something worse. I don't remember what.
I mean, yeah, but
Degray or
it
something?
doesn't matter. The point is,
he
if
got the
you're
Argag and got nommed, and then it was just like, no, and then randoms himself again. It's like, no.
Meanwhile, MysticDeadman going for the ballsy throw very early. Rodohk not scared of the early queen. What's going to happen? A is definitely not going to come out. Yeah, wow.
That's not going to happen, man.
Flips the Joker, so I guess that's a little bit of a consolation prize. Rodohk doesn't have a queen to cash in on that 9, but our 6th throw Jack is still 21, which is a lot to the frail Persephone.
Yes, poor Persephone dies in about 4 combats from Zane.
Yeah, and Persephone needs about 20-25 combats to win, something like that.
I don't think it's quite that many, but it's certainly a lot.
The throw on knockdown again.
It's not happening, man. Just try and block.
Yeah. He does opt for the face down there. This could be throw. If he has the queen, then he can convert it to like a 6-7. If he doesn't, then my mic is too quiet.
No, mine apparently. I'll just check my recording settings. Sorry, continue.
I see. Yeah. He does have the Joker there, but Rodohk gets another setup here. Opts the Career Destroyer here. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Oh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a pretty I think that's a below average purse hand.
Yeah.
But that
didn't have any good throws. So.
Yeah, as we said earlier, the rule of thumb is you only Career Destroyer if they have like a known card, generally an ace.
Strong, because if she recurs a whole bunch of cards and then you send them all back into her deck, she's just like, stop.
Right. Yeah.
Flipping the ace.
BYS comes out, flipping ace 3 queen. The queen's not really important anymore. I would say the queen was more important early, where MysticDeadman was at like 50 health.
Oh, just
because that opens up a ton of options.
The I don't want to mix up.
I like that.
Do we see the double?
I mean, throw 9 Jack does 24.
Yeah.
Throw A does 25. I think those are the only 2 combos that kill. And yeah, he had the throw ace.
Nice.
That's two P's in a row because MysticDeadman decided not to have Rodohk switch off Zane.
Wait, last game was it perfect?
Yeah, I think so.
Versus the BBB? No,
I believe it was.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, let me check.
Check the
I
tapes.
believe it was.
Check the tapes.
Okay. BBB takes 16, BBB takes 29, BBB takes 6, BBB takes 3, BBB takes 22, and BBB takes 8. Yeah, that was a perfect.
Really?
2 perfects in a row.
Well, this is just not a great matchup for Percy.
Is it not? I don't know. I've never played it.
Well, okay.
You're the Troc expert, so why don't you talk about this matchup for a little?
Well, so I actually have a personal vendetta against this matchup versus Fluffiness, because that man is a madman and reads me specifically like a book. Probably a lot of other people too, I don't know, but he's absolutely insane. However, versus most Persephone players who do not read like Fluffiness, it's basically just pretty much the same as the Zane matchup, where my attacks are better than yours, my throws are better than yours. As long as I don't get caught in your mix-up or hard-locked, I'll probably win. I also have 20 more life than you.
Right, yeah. I mean, yeah, having Purse go through 95 life is definitely tough. I would have expected it to be more like the Rook matchup, personally, which I think is a slight Persephone favored.
No,
but
because Trock has an easier time avoiding Mistress's command, and even if he does get hit by Mistress's command, really there's not normally a lot that Percy can actually do to ruin his hand. Maybe she gets rid of like 2 dodges or something by like a War Stomp and then playing a dodge, but it's not really anything major. Because Trock's hand is
it's
like,
hard. It's also hard to exploit war stomps in general, because you have to end up discarding a card regardless.
Yes.
And that gets hard on Persephone, especially early. Like, I guess later in the game where she's got, you know, a couple dominance loops in. Like, that's not such a big deal. But early game, that sounds terrible to deal with.
Boom. You just... Yeah, it's really hard to get rid of War Stomps, and sometimes Trock just plays a War Stomp, and Persephone kind of goes, what do I do now? Also, because Trock's Queen and his Jack and his Ace all fall in that speed hole between Persephone's 2-attack or J-attack and her Ace. So he's got like, a whole bunch of options for outspeeding her, unless she's committing to that Ace every turn, which is pretty difficult.
Which is really only if she gets the dominance loops in.
Or her queens, which are basically negligible. Trock can laugh off like 6 queens a game and not care.
Yeah, exactly, and still be okay. Good throw here, though.
Nice. Catches that block. Good. Probably take
maybe he can set something up here.
No, with 4 cards in hand, he's just gonna pick up the cards. Probably take a
Jack. For sure.
Oh, it takes a 10.
10.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You can start BYS looping now, I guess. I think now seems like an appropriate. You might as well start if you have everything you need.
No, don't give him the 8.
If you have everything you
9.
need, then you don't need to.
I don't agree with that.
You prefer to block starve him?
Yes, because the 9 would have been worthless there for Trock. Okay, instead he's just going to get rid of all the dodges and try and attack spam, which I guess that is sometimes a legitimate strategy versus Trock, because if you can also...
It's a safer strategy for sure.
It means that you can spam lots of attacks while he's standing up, but I prefer the deny him blocks and recur Ace hard lock, which you can do, because...
I think that's a very real thing that can happen against a grappler.
Because of his
especially with Trock's fastest attack. Right, his blocks always discard on Brock anyway.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, wow.
And there, he's just sent 3 of them. So it is actually a thing you can do, where sometimes Trocks can win lots of combats, but all their blocks just end up vanishing, because Persephone is, like, hammering him with hard attacks. And so he either has to throw and just wait and just take the damage, or he runs out of blocks and just folds to repeated AA. So... that's why you have to be very careful about your throwing and your blocking as Trock. Like, sometimes it's correct to just go, I only have 2 blocks in hand, I cannot afford to actually block something here because he has Bare Your Soul on, I'm just going to throw anyway.
Right, yeah.
And then...
interesting that what we missed earlier was MysticDeadman on the Vortex turn opted for a Queen.
Oh really? I did miss that. Interesting.
Yeah, it was a blocked Queen.
Good use.
Yeah, great SPD here. Doesn't even have the counter, and even if you do have the counter, do you spend it here as Purse with 4 cards in hand? I don't think you do. It's like, hard.
Yeah, you get 10 damage out of it guaranteed, but
it's likely your only throw. War Stomp again. Purse down to 4 cards. This is not looking good.
Using the
it's 1 guaranteed ace.
I do agree with.
Yeah, I think that's generally
really
good.
Need dodges versus Persephone as well. Like, you can afford to just play your strong attack game and keep her down.
Yo,
nice.
This is 5, 6, 7.
Oh baby,
21 damage and gets the ace.
Triple.
Oh baby, a triple.
And this is not looking good for poor Purse here. It's down to 4 cards. Down to 3 cards now. And you know, one of them is the ace. The other 2 we don't know. Would you? I think as Trock, if you have the Queen, you play it.
Probably, or the Jack, or the Ace. Remember, they're all the same.
I think, yeah. I wouldn't maybe spend the ace here because
Well,
you would
yeah,
want
maybe
to have
not
Mystic
ace-ace,
Deadman's
I mean,
good jack
no,
here.
you don't, no, never play that side of the jack. Oh.
Yeah, that side of the jack obviously losing to Purse's jack.
No, it loses to Mistress's command.
Oh, you're right. I forgot.
Never play
And that was
side of the
actually
jack.
that was actually a very real threat.
Mm.
He plays it
Oh,
again.
You're killing me.
Rodohk is living on the edge here. I
The
completely
3
forgot
damage,
it
it's
loses
not
Mistress's
worth it.
command.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. There are actually kind of like very few matchups where playing fast or slow jack's actually worth it. Yo!
Oh man, it is versus Gwen.
Gwen, I'd say it's good versus
It's good versus
Valerie.
Onimaru.
But there are not very many matchups where
There
it's
aren't.
good, and
It's true.
this is definitely a very scary one. Where, you know what, the 3 damage ended up, I mean that 9 damage total. He just played a 4th jack from playing 3 slow ones.
Oh dear. Play the MC.
That could have been very bad.
Oh dear.
But yeah, quick 4-0. I agree with Rodohk's assessment there. Don't let anyone stand Zane.
Yeah,
Ever.
definitely.
Especially when you have a good character in Onimaru.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, if you may be uncomfortable playing him, but you will feel undoubtedly more uncomfortable playing against a Zane
Mm-hmm.
when you're stuck on a random pick, because Zane has so many good matchups.
Yeah. So that was a match.
Yeah, wow. Quick 4-0. Let me just pull up the bracket real quick to see who plays who.
Probably ruining my
Rodohk
prediction even further.
Rodohk with this 4-0 win is up against Michelle,
Oh yes.
or is it Michael?
I don't know.
There's no A, so I'm assuming it's Michelle.
It is a guy.
Okay, what? He's up against Michelle Michael. I'm sorry if I
Michael,
mispronounced your
yeah.
name.
It's like a
Mystic
cross between,
Deadman
like,
with
a
the
French
loss.
and like a Asian name. I don't know.
And Mystic Deadman with the loss now faces the loser of L. L being the loser of Deluxe 917 and the winner of Low Tier Hero and myself.
Ah. I'm pretty sure
Very well could be
I
me.
said Low Tier Lucka was going to beat you. So, sorry.
Oh, we'll see. That's fine. I'm pretty sure. Are you in this tournament? I don't know. You're not in this tournament.
No, I'm not.
Why are you not in this tournament?
Well, okay,
Why
actually,
not?
funny story about that. True story. I did post in the thread in a kind of sign up, but what I posted exactly was, I'll inevitably sign up for this tournament and then get Percy and Rage Quit. And I did actually intend that to be a sign up, but I didn't check the list. And then Dietz was like, "Oh yeah, so the tournament is started. I made out the bracket and everything." And I looked, and I saw I wasn't there, and I went, "Oh, right." He didn't know it was a sign up.
Well, yes. If you say I will sign up in the future, that's not a sign up.
Well, I said inevitably. Anyway.
Then you lied too. So not only did you not sign up, you also lied.
It was intended to be a sign up. Oh well.
Oh well,
Oh well.
it's a good run.
It's okay.
You get him you'll get him tomorrow.
Yeah, it's
You'll get him next
basically
time.
inevitable I'm going to play in this. It's just a matter of time until I get Percy and Rage Quit.
Dude, I swear. Oh, actually, technically, I think I'm undefeated against Deluxe 917 in tournament. We
Oh, yeah.
we just haven't played in 2 years. We just haven't played since V1, where I was quote good.
Yep.
Hopefully, I beat Low Tier Hero first. I don't even know. I've seen him play like twice. He's pretty good, I've heard.
Low Tier Lucka. He's alright.
I've heard good things about him.
He's he beat me in the IYL season, so
Okay. Okay.
he's better than me. Is what you can take from
Right.
it. Although he lost to
Right,
Kasuga
and-
Gagamera.
But by the transitive property, since you beat me in Summer Smash last year, Low Tier Hero is better than me.
Ah, that's true. I'm
So
afraid you're going to lose.
I think I'm gonna lose.
to
Yeah,
Low
you're
Tier
right.
Lucka.
Low Tier Lucker. Is that what we call him?
That's what me and Rinsey and Migo Hunter and Legion call him. because he has this knack of just lucking out. Like, he just gets fantastic draws sometimes. At the end of the Geiger game, he had like 3 cards in hand. I'm like, okay, I was like quite had low health as Quince. No, wait,
Right.
so I'm thinking of a different scenario. Ah, darn, I don't recall. But he just does ridiculous things. Like, he'll just pull out flash kicks when he has no right to have a flash kick. Or like,
Luckily, there's only a 5% chance that he plays Geiger, so I think I'm alright.
yeah, that's good. You can do it. But hopefully you don't.
I can do it,
'cause
I hope.
My bracket is so ruined.
My bracket's also shot. I think I had rodohk beating MysticDeadman, but other than that, I've only called 1 out of 4 so far.
Yeah,
I had Wampa.
I'm
I had
pretty sure
Wampa beating
Varrola
Mystic.
winning. I had definitely had Wampa winning, and I had Jew winning.
Yeah, I had Wampa going to round 3. I had Frog going to round 2. I had Jew going to round 4. I did have rodohk winning, so that's good, and I did have Phoenix beating Johnny.
Wait, was that already played? Oh, I don't know who I said was.
Yeah.
playing
Yeah, Phoenix beat Johnny 4-1 yesterday. I think with Jaina.
that one.
It was a
Jaina
weird.
winning.
It was a weird set of events. They had like a Jaina mirror too. It was like a very weird game.
Chain of Mirror, I don't even know.
Are there any other matches coming up? Do you know? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't really pay attention to the forums.
Me neither. Cough. I do. But yeah, I don't know when to announce them.
We can cut now, and I'm kind of around all day, so if you want to stream, if there's like a match like an hour or so, let me know.
Sure thing. I will cut off this stream then. Where's my buttony buttons?
Thank you for watching. Thank you for having me, Bammer.
Kapat.
Bammer345. Thank you very much. Or Bomber. I like Bomber. I like Bammer personally over Bomber. 'Cause Bomber has a negative connotation to that, and we don't want any of that happening. So
I play Zane. I'm allowed to bomb people.
I play Zane too.
Yeah, but you're casual Pat. The C and C Pat stands for coach.
Coach, you're right. It varies. It varies.
For calculations. If we're not
Yeah.
right.
It was actually really funny. Speaking of coaching, there's one thing I want to add before we cut the stream off. That's really funny. It has nothing to do with anything. It's a funny anecdote. So I've been coaching Hartley lately, to play against Mad King. And this was like 4 days ago. We played like a set of like 10 games or so. The next day, Hartley logs on and he sees me playing Val against Mad King. It's pretty solid. So yeah, I will coach for the price of $2.97 per minute.
Oh.
And it's not $2.99. It's not $2.99 because my 2 cents are free. So
Oh man, you're killing me.
yeah, dude, I know. The C and C pad stands for charisma, fool.
Sorry.
But with that, thank you for having me, Bomber. It's always a pleasure commentating
worries.
with you.
I like having plenty of different people on my stream, so hopefully the community gets to know everyone.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I've actually
I'll
had,
see you around.
Leontes, and I've had Southpaw Hair, and I've had Raziek and Riker. I've had even
Usually
slightly
I
less
sit
than-
in on the usually I sit in on the Raz streams.
Hmm.
I've been on the Sterling Game stream once because now TFA doesn't run anymore.
Yeah, well.
I doubt TFA will let me in on his stream.
We
But
all
now that
love you,
Leontes has it, like I have access to like his vent, so like whenever he's on, I can be on, and it's just great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for watching stream, people. I'll upload this pretty damn soon. And I didn't use my soundboard enough today, so sorry. Still learning.
That's fine. Yeah.